Hello everyone. Hoping that you find this video, helpful and hopefully that will, just give a bit of a support with yourself or maybe your partner or maybe somebody that you know that's it might be useful. But you, couple of side effects or maybe negative impact that have um, I guess the outcome of being sexually abused as a male is the violence, anger, um, and have very low self-esteem. And I think like the other thing is retaliate. I think that for me is that was the biggest one is retaliate because you know I I was it's so easy just to go down that road of retaliate or maybe go and do something bad to that person that done it to me, um, which even though I'm just thank you that I didn't end up go ahead with the plan. And it's quite interesting how I got saved, from not going ahead with that plan. it's it's reflect, and think again with my kids and my wife and people that's going to involve with the plan, because I guess that's one of the things that no one will ever understand that never gone through being a victim is it's how it's affect us emotionally, physically. It's not an easy thing, and as much as we say like why we can't why we just why we can't just forget about it and move on, but in my mind was the only reason for me to get better at the time is retaliate. It's to kill, it's go and do something to the guy that done it to me, and to be able to uh, in my will at the time, it will makes me feel better. It will makes me feel good about myself, and it will solve my pain. But and I'm seeing a lot of story coming out that these plans it gone ahead. Obviously this person that done it, or maybe the victim done it, that didn't have the time, or maybe they didn't have the capacity of sitting back and rethink again with everything that was planning to do. And and by the time you notice that you already done it, you went ahead and do what you were planning to do. Because I can say this, like I've had that plan, and I went, everything was all in a perfect place. I knew that I was going to find somebody to be able to help me and support me with my airfares, and everything was was almost like in the right place of me to be able to do it. But there was one things that really pulled me back is it was my kids, that saved my life. Of thought about who was going to impact and who's going to suffer the most from my action that I was going to do. So just a couple of things that really have to watch out, for somebody that have been a victim. The sad thing is, we don't good at supporting the person that have been a victim, or we don't good at just to be there. And I guess that not judging the person that have being the victim, and be able to encourage them that there is a life on the other side, because I think that that's one of the reason why I never share in the in so many years, is because I knew that I didn't have any support. I knew that it was my pride. It was too much of embarrassment, and I guess that people's gonna talk about me, and I was also think about my reputation, of my family and the village and everything. So yeah, it's and I guess like sometimes that I thought about it, like why didn't I do it ages ago? I would have makes me feel better ages ago rather than wait, all these years and keep my mouth shut, and doesn't, didn't talk to my wife about it, because I could end up divorced from my wife. I could end up losing what we had. I could end up losing my kids, only because of that side effects and that negative impact that have on being abused at a young age. And I've seen a lot of domestic and some of the suicide and some of the stuff that come out of lately. There's some of the story that's really sad, that some of these men that had been abused, but they, obviously they didn't see the light, and they didn't have time to thought about the action and who's going to impact, and how's that going to impact their family, let alone himself, as well. So I really say this to help somebody out there, that if you have been, and if you know that you're struggling, talking is really really important. And I think like helping others to open up and find the people that can actually support you, um, that knowing that no one's will judge you, for what you said, because uh, you want to get better, and you have a bigger purpose in life that you wanted to achieve. And maybe you want to spend as much time with your kids, or your family, you know and that's one of the things that I would encourage you to do, is to talk, making sure the support system around, it's supporting them rather than judging them. um, and the main thing is think about the impact that will have other people as well, with your action of what you're going to do, whether you're going to do it back to somebody, the abuse, or whether you're going to retaliate, whether you're going to um, you know suicide, and without talking to anyone. There will still not the only one that's going to have an impact, and I'm really really grateful that have the opportunity for me to save my life, that I was had a chance to sit back and thought about my action and my plan that was going to go ahead and do it. That there will be people that will hurt, and these hurts, especially my kids, that will stay with them for the rest of their life, if it was to go ahead with the plan. So yeah, I'm hoping that will help somebody out there to support, maybe to come out and talk about it. Normality, without going ahead with that plan. Yes, it is normal to have those thoughts, those bad thoughts, and the bad feelings, and the guilt and the shame, and the hate and anger. But really, that's just the impact that will have on you. But then we have to look at the positive side, that will come out of it, and how many people that we can actually help, our kids, our family, our wives, partners, brothers and sisters, and their kids, niece and nephews, and everything that's involved. So it's quite amazing feelings, when you get to that side of recognize, these things that you're going to do is actually no good for anyone, no good for you, no good for your kids, no good for your family, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews. It's only going to create more problems in their life later on. Have a good one, and see you later.